What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the DTLR New Balance 2002R in this purple noir colorway. First off, I want to give a huge thank you over to the folks at DTLR for sending me over this pair early. This is their upcoming exclusive colorway of the New Balance 2002R, which is set to release on their website and in stores on May 17th. So these retail for a price of $165 US, or the equivalent of roughly 230 Canadian dollars converted. And the official style code for this shoe is M2002RHI. So New Balance and DTLR, this is not their first rodeo collaborating together, and I found it interesting that they opted to design a 2002R despite the fact that the brand is really heavily pushing the 1906R instead. So jumping right into the details, on the toe box, this is covered in a gray colored mesh. Right beneath this on the medial edge, we have this reflective silver 3M layer, and then above this towards the laces, we have a neon yellow colored synthetic overlay with the New Balance N logo embroidered in black. Overlaid on both sides of the toe box, we have this darker gray synthetic nubuck layer, and then wrapping around the front toe cap, we have a black colored genuine suede. Moving downwards, you can see we have this iridescent panel which shifts from a light purple to a darker blue depending on the angle that you're looking at it in. Next to this, we have another layer of genuine suede. In between this, we have that synthetic nubuck, and then overlaid on top of this, we have the New Balance N logo, which is crafted out of black leather with a silver layer underneath. Moving downwards, we have more black suede, and then the top two eyelets are covered in the gray colored TPU layer. Moving downwards, we have more of that gray colored mesh, the same material we saw covering the toe box. Underneath this, we have a synthetic nubuck layer, and we have 2002R branding pressed on the lateral side in that neon yellow color once again. Surrounding the bottom of the heel, we have another iridescent purple layer here. Above this, we have this glow-in-the-dark layer with NB branding, and then above that, we have black suede, and then the top of the heel is covered in another reflective 3M layer. As far as the laces go, so these only come with one lace option, and they're a flat style white colored lace. Underneath this, the majority of the tongue is crafted out of that same gray colored mesh that we saw on the toe box. In the middle, we have a synthetic nubuck layer which helps to hold the laces in place, and then on the top of the tongue, we have another iridescent purple layer, and then there's an oval shape cutout in the middle. This is also glow in the dark as well, and we have New Balance running branding here in the center. The back of the tongue is covered in a neon yellow layer, and then the interior of the shoe, this is covered in this gray colored fabric. And then as far as the insoles go, so these come with your typical foam lined New Balance insole, nothing too special here. It's also covered in this neon finish on top, and we have New Balance branding pressed onto the heel. So the upper of this shoe, it sits atop a combination of Absorb and Absorb SBS technologies. So this midsole is painted primarily in white. However, we have a gray hit on the lateral forefoot, and in addition, we also have New Balance's Energy technology, which is visible in these green colored pods which sit on the lateral side of the heel, and this is there to help with impact protection and shock absorption. Finally, turning this pair over to the bottom, so here we have your classic 2002R outsole, and in this case, it's crafted primarily out of a gray colored rubber, but we have this neon yellow hit on the medial edge of the forefoot. We have a diamond-shaped traction pattern on the forefoot, along with these grooves to give you added flexibility, and underneath the rubber right in the center, we have this white-colored TPU shank plate, which is what New Balance calls their stability web technology, and this is there in place to help with torsional rigidity, midfoot support, and to help prevent the shoe from twisting when you're walking or running. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about how these fit, to me these fit like most of my 2002Rs, so I personally recommend to go true to size. My foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. DTLR sent me these in a size 10, which is true to size, and they fit me perfectly. To give you guys a point of comparison, I also wear a size 10 in most 1906Rs, 860 V2s, as well as a lot of made in UK models like the 991, 1500, and 1530. Whereas I usually go down a half a size to a 9.5, and a lot of made in USA New Balance shoes like the 992, 993, 990 V3, V4, V5, and V6. Moving on to the comfort of this shoe, so these fortunately feel like any other 2002R, so in my opinion, it's an extremely comfortable sneaker. This is a sneaker I feel is extremely well balanced. It has some level of plushness to it with its Absorb foam, but at the same time, it still feels extremely supportive, and it doesn't feel overly soft and mushy. So if you're going to be on your feet, or if you just want an everyday shoe that's going to be reliable and comfortable, this is a great option to rock. Last but not least, in terms of the material quality and the craftsmanship on this pair. So first off, the material quality, I thought it was a mixed bag. It was a good thing that they opted to use genuine suede, these black panels here, because oftentimes we see with these 2002Rs or 1906Rs, a lot of them purely use synthetic materials. So by incorporating genuine suede, that was a nice touch. The rest of the materials though were all synthetic. However, while they are synthetic, I do appreciate the variety of the materials. For example, these iridescent panels and the glow-in-the-dark touches. While they weren't like amazing quality materials, I thought they were effective from a design standpoint and from a creativity standpoint as well. And from a build and craftsmanship standpoint, for the most part, my pair was pretty solid. There were some minor issues with glue stains around the midsole area, but other than that, I thought the panels were cut and placed consistently between my left and right feet, and there weren't any issues with the paint job, no loose threads or anything like that, so I was pretty pleased with how these turned out in real life. So with all of that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up for you, and I'll show you guys how these look. All in all, I gotta say this was a pretty refreshing colorway of the New Balance 2002R. A lot of the sneakers right now on the market are heavily skewed towards neutral, cream, or beige tones. We also have the upcoming New Balance Grey Day pack as well. So seeing a shoe that has a much more creative looking colorway, like I said, it was a very refreshing change to see. This is very fun, very playful colorway. It kind of reminds me of a big city at night with these neon colors and the purple tones. But I guess because of the uniqueness of the colorway, I can totally understand if some of you out there aren't fans of this pair, but I definitely appreciate DTLR for taking some risks in the design of this colorway. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this Purple Noir New Balance 2002R? When these drop on May 17th, which is tomorrow at the time that I'm filming this, is this going to be a cop for you? Are you going to potentially wait to see if these go on sale if it's not an instant sellout? Or is it just not your thing and this is an easy pass for you? As usual though, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, follow me on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website as well at seango.ca. So thank you everyone for watching. Another huge thank you goes out to DTLR. Thank you so much for sending me over this pair. I appreciate all of your love and support, and I'll catch all of you in my next video.